Welcome everyone to today's video. Just another day in App Store development. I got an email from Apple here. They sent me a new message for the ExactScan app and we can go to the resolution center. I also find it really inconvenient when you get an email like this and you don't know what it's about. A quick look in the resolution center here. One unresolved macOS issue, and I loaded ExactScan and ExactScan Pro the other day to the App Store. They are both from the same build. And what do they tell us here? This is again legal privacy, data collection, storage. They write us here, just like last time, wants to access your contacts. As I said the last time, we have no code like this. I have no idea where it's coming from. I've never seen it. No customer ever asked. I have no idea what this is doing there. Someone commented that if we access some personal information like name or something, but we have not even code for this. So what is super funny this time, I sent this some minutes apart. ExactScan Pro was approved and they come from the same source tree. They are completely identical. As you can see here, pending developer release. I uploaded them only 20 minutes apart. They are from the same source tree. They are completely identical, only that ExactScan Pro comes with even more. It has our OCR kit bundle in there. And yet, so ExactScan Pro is way more complex with the OCR and some image processing, but otherwise, except the OCR 99% are identical. It's exactly the same, and one they approved and the other they say there appears some would like to access your contacts. So yeah, just in case you wondered why I do more YouTube videos and I lose any motivation, at least for the Apple App Store nonsense, besides that we don't love Macs and macOS so much anymore. Anyway, so the last time I just submitted the same binary and it was approved. And this time I will do exactly the same, especially I can neither reproduce, we don't have code for this. This is some macOS own, maybe their code signing or App Store review mechanism. I have completely no idea. So I already uploaded here here. And so I will just do the same. I uploaded already the same version, exactly the same binary build, just with the version information changed in the XML info plist. Even reduced here the version number by 1. You see this was, by the way, submitted yesterday. So in just one night, they review this in the meantime and reject it. So the way I could, not sure if they are too clever if I really submit the same binary, not even upload the same. Anyway, so that's what you get dealing with app stores. Let's see if this reviews. So no export stuff with crypto, submit. We also got a parcel from Apple, so let's take a look on a little bit more positive side of that. Today I want to thank Apple for a free power supply. This is not a paid product advertisement. This is just live because you've seen me earlier hot air opening a power supply, or actually 2 of them in the meantime. As you can see, on the 4th of November I wrote the next original genuine Apple power supply burned through, and this is not a joke, this really happened. This is this one, and I only make this video, and by the way this looks like brand new. You see here's nothing, even the cable is brand new. It even has here this plastic wrap even. This is some 2-year-old power supply, and this is already the replacement because the original already burned through. I'm not sure if I still have it here. Maybe it is the other, this or the other. And because I'm not making this up, so this is the older one actually. I think I only showed one. This is the older one from my really old 7 or 8-9 years non-unibody MacBook Pro, and that I used excessively over the years. And the new ones is slightly different constructed. I think this is the newer one or the other way around. Anyway, as you can see, they changed the construction just a little bit. So this is revision C. What is written here? Some serial number. I think this one is the newer one. This is the next. I have not yet opened this, but as pristine as this is, I will probably use this power cord here because it's completely undamaged. And you see this is completely undamaged. People tell me I need to treat the stuff better. I treat my stuff awesomely, as you can see. completely fine octane over there. Not many scratches. The scratches they have are not from me. And this power supply also completely perfect condition, and yet they burn through. And maybe the sustained programming computer science load is too much for them, but whatever. And it is so bad. This is from my brother when he was here for swapping the battery. He brought this charger because this is apparently also broken. And this is an iPad charger, and this has some interrupted connection. He also got a free one from Apple from the support. At least they have some kind of support. So I can't complain too much as I got a free power supply. Let's first open it and take a look inside. And what did we get here? Corporate expense, Holly Hill Industrial Estate, MagSafe, power. So thank you very much for this free power supply. However, of course I should not say anything negative now as I got this, but might say it took way too long. So the Apple support sometimes write me, hey, message us, we want to help. Like here, we'd like to help and check on this with you, send us a direct message. And so here they wrote, then thanks for the direct message. And would you mind providing us which MacBook serial number? And here it starts already, the Mac was older, this power supply was newer, and then they couldn't check the power supply. I wrote here it was a replacement already, but somehow they don't have serial numbers for power supplies in the system. And then they even escalated this, and someone wanted to call me. The only thing I wanted to say is their support is also not the best. So yes, I got this after over 2 months, and I was already not thinking that I get this. And the reason I got this is only because I called 10 times, and I thought, okay, I have from my 20 Macs we had, maybe 10 we still have, and I have only a handful of power supplies left. More than half of them were defect, and the others I've already recycled. I probably would have earned more money if I would have just written computer programs and sold software. But out of principle, I wanted that they really feel in their accounting that these things do not last. And actually, I never use them. Could have put this into the cable box immediately. So only due to this, out of principle, I continue to follow up with this, because otherwise nothing changes. And yes, this was a little bit persistent, but that's what it is, unfortunately. By the way, intentionally a MagSafe, because I have also older Macs that we still use for testing and such, and because I like them anyway. They have FireWire and other fun stuff like this. And I also wish they would last. I don't think it's reasonable that they burn through every 3 years or so. And what is funny, I used my Retina MacBook Pro the last months since this incident with a only 45 watt MacBook Air charger, and it survived. So it's not like my MacBook is defect or something. My MacBook survived on a 45 watt because this is 85 watts. So my MacBook could work on 45 watts without damaging the charger yet. And the funny thing is, if you apply loads in video editing and such, then while being connected, the battery discharges. Maybe, by the way, not the worst thing that the battery is still in use, especially if you only use it on your desk. But anyway, so now I have another charger. I will probably not do such a 10 calls, because actually, so when they called back, this was also funny. So they wanted to know where I am, then it was obviously Germany. And then someone called from Apple UK. And I also don't understand, so then he could not even do so much, because why the Apple Twitter support has someone from UK calling me, and then they can't do much. Anyway, and then I had the next call, and the one who called also knew nothing. So he called and asked me, okay, how can I help you? And I had to repeat everything again, what I already told them on Twitter. For an actual perfect support, they would have already have all of this in the system, and I would not have to repeat this. And then the UK gentleman couldn't do something for me as a German customer. Then they had someone from Germany, or Germany sitting in Ireland, call me again. And I had to repeat most of this again. And then I had to follow up 7 times, because first they wanted an invoice. I didn't have this invoice. Normally, these are company power supplies, but I must have brought this defect one, this one here, while on travel somewhere, and we forgot maybe to put it on company expenses and things like this. And this is how they, after telling them like really I have seriously a box full of those, eventually said, okay, fine, we love you so much, we send you a free one. And this is how after 2 months we ended up with this one. So this is our little power supply story. Yeah, even with the Apple support, you need to be persistent. And if you continue talking nicely with them, you sometimes get a free power supply. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon for the next awesome tinkering to come.